Okay guys, I made this video last night and I had a live reaction of me watching this scene, but I went through a ton of issues trying to upload this video because every time I did, I kept getting a copyright claim and it told me my video was unwatchable. And I know this is coming straight from Warner Brothers. For some reason, they like to flag people who literally promote their content. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. It's absolutely ridiculous. But because of that, I had to take out the live reaction. So everything you're going to see is from last night, and you're going to pretty much see me excited and in the moment, but unfortunately, you won't be able to see my live reaction. What I will do for you guys, though, is I'll put the video in the description below, since other people seem to be able to get away with it, but for some reason, I can't. So if you haven't seen the scene yet, go click in the link below, watch it, come back to this video. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoy. It feels like almost every day we're getting a brand new scene for the Batman film. And let alone new scenes, it feels like we're getting new TV spots and new previews every day. I know I've made a comment before that especially when a movie is very important to me, very dear to me, a movie that may be highly anticipated for me, I usually like to keep away from it. But you know what? I can't help it. This movie's going to be so long and there's going to be so much that we're going to see in the actual film when it comes out that what we're getting right now is barely scratching the surface. So why not keep reacting to these and, being able to put some of my input on what I think is going to happen or how it looks and getting feedback from you guys on what you think of the film as well. It's been great. It's been fun. Now, this scene is being called the cat burglar scene. If you do want to watch it without my reaction, I will link it in the description below so you can do just that. I do have a feeling this is the scene that we've seen in the trailer where Catwoman is slowly rappelling from the ceiling and then she ends up getting into a fight with Batman. Sick. Okay. Yep. Love it. I love it. I think this is awesome. That felt like a Batman Catwoman moment. And I know that sounds ridiculous because we just watched a Batman Catwoman moment and it's kind of like, well, that's exactly what the scene was about. But what I mean is that just felt like a moment. That felt ripped from a cartoon or a comic book. It felt so genuine and so real. I did not feel like I was saying, okay, let me get used to Robert Pattinson in the suit or Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. Let me get used to their dynamic. I felt it immediately, like right off the bat. That felt so genuine. And whatever kind of vibe Matt Reeves was going for there, which I can only assume is a very comic book accurate vibe, he hit the nail on the head. It was, man, that was awesome. Starting from when Batman says you're pretty good at that, and then catching Selina off guard and she immediately starts to fight him, it feels like that would be something that actually, you know what? No, it doesn't feel like something that would happen. It is things that happen in comics and cartoons all the time. Like generally 50 to 60% of the time that they meet one another, whether it be, rooftop hopping or burglary in effect or whatever they're doing on their nights through Gotham City, that's usually how they run into each other. Awesome. Great. Also, Zoe Kravitz did make a mention that she was learning how to move and fight like a cat. You can see that in this scene perfectly, using a lot of legs, like a lot of force from that lower half and jumping around, very nimble. There's that part where she crawls underneath Batman and goes through his cape and he's got to quickly turn around to find her. Also, like a cat too, they can be very standoffish, especially when they don't know you or don't trust you. She is acting like that in this scene. And like I said, when Batman comes down and says you're pretty good at that, he's got the grapple hook and he puts it away, she doesn't even bother to turn around and say anything like, what do you want? Or, oh, hey, Batman, or trying to be seductive or anything like that. She literally turns around and tries to knock him cold in the face with a quick kick strike. Now, obviously, we could get into the general specifics, like the obvious ones of, oh, she's dressed in black and she's wearing the leather outfit. Like, she does look like a cat. Like, that's obvious. If your Catwoman's not wearing something like that, she's not really Catwoman at that point. Subtle detail, too, the little cutout ski mask she's got going on, and she's made sure to have like little points on the ends of her head. That is obviously just showing that she's not completely Catwoman yet. She still has a little bit of growing to do. I'm sure if not this movie, maybe the next film in general, we will see the full cat outfit. And her thieving gear that she brought at the beginning of this scene felt really raw and real. It felt like this is a Selena who has experience in stealing things from a young age and knows how to crack specific safes, or maybe even knows the ins and outs, like this safe can't be cracked with a specific drill, and this safe can only be cracked with needle and hammer or something. Like, I just really like that attention to detail because she clearly knows what she's doing. Now, how about Batman? The amount of confidence this guy has when he drops down to confront Catwoman, she starts going crazy. 90% of us would instantly be knocked out by one of the kicks she was delivering to Batman. But all this guy was doing was moving and dodging and blocking almost as if it was nothing to him. And I gotta believe it was nothing to him. He just looks so confident in his capabilities. This is the thing about Batman. In a situation like that, as he's grappling down to the floor, he is already observing his surroundings, he's eyeing up his enemy, and he's immediately figuring out ways to defeat them. And when watching that, it made me believe he already knew how to take care of Catwoman as if he's known her for years. There's even that part where Selena moves her eyes in one direction, she looks left, but goes the opposite way to the right, or looks right, goes to the left, whatever it may be. Batman already knew when she hopped up on that desk to do like another kick attack. He already knew. It's just glorious. We haven't seen the movie yet, of course, and we already get this sense that he's combat efficient. He knows how to handle himself unbelievably well against trained fighters. Batman likes to fight on more of the defensive side. So like, he uses your momentum against you, tires you out, does whatever he has to do. There's a couple of people that Batman has fought in his history where, of course, he's got to go more on the aggressive, more on the attack basis. But a lot of the times Batman gets you when he is playing defensive. That's exactly what he was doing with Catwoman here. The chemistry is there. Not only do they look like they worked very well together, I mean, look at some of these interviews they've been doing lately. They clearly seem to have gotten along really well, but just simply in the regards of the scene, you can tell that Batman knows he has the upper hand in a sense. He can be faster, stronger, more of a brute, whereas with Catwoman, she knows she doesn't have the raw strength against him, so she's got to either go high or low, hit the weak spots, go for the head, sweep the legs, go for the knees, but their chemistry is matching so well that, like I said, it's just Batman knows where she's going, but Catwoman thinks she can catch him off guard, and their chemistry together it's clicking. It's working. The scene is actually quite practical and it's very simple, but nothing truly is always simple. And the more you do look at this, even though this is a minute long, there's a lot to take away. The part where Batman pins Catwoman to the table and he rips the passport from her hand and he starts looking through it, and she's like, give that to me, give it back, right? And the scene comes to an end. That whole part there clearly goes to show that Batman has no intentions to harm Catwoman. He's there for the same reason she is, and the minute he gets that passport, she's not of a concern anymore. And like I said, there was no point in harming her. That's not what he was there for. He's there for information, and that was it. Ever since the first trailer for this film came out, I said that this movie might have some of the best cinematography in a superhero film of all time. And it's proving it to me day by day. All these little scenes, all these clips we're getting, it is being proven. I'm seeing it. If the rest of the movie is gonna look like this, guys, come on. Man, I don't know what else to say. The chemistry between Robert and Zoe, the simplicity of the scene, yet the complexity of it, because there's a lot to take away. The cinematography is just... everything about this scene is working for me. And like I said, every single time they release something a little new, I get a little more excited. This, though, I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to this movie. I really don't have any words right now. March 4th cannot come quick enough, or March 3rd if you're seeing the midnight release like I am. Only 10 more days till the movie comes out, and that's gonna be here in no time. But I do promise that if anything big about this movie is released within these 10 days, I will be sure to make a video for it. And just like always, everyone, do leave in the comments below what you thought of this clip, if you liked it just as much as I did, and if there's anything else that you maybe pointed out yourselves that I didn't mention. But that is it for this video, everyone, and until next time, I will talk to you all very soon.